Welcome, YouTubers, to the very first episode of Bargain Bin Gaming, and I will be with you throughout this, and I am SQNate. Today we'll be taking a look at a game that I picked up, Driver San Francisco.
KEOC News, your eyes on the city, with me, Jessica Adams. Next up, it's a big day for justice. Convicted cop killer and international smuggling kingpin, Charles Jericho, faces sentencing later today. An as-yet unnamed police officer was instrumental in Jericho's arrest and in obtaining evidence of the 17 counts of murder, smuggling, and drug trafficking the mob boss faces.
Now, what I would like to do with this show is I plan on looking at games that have dropped in price to $20 or below. Take that, shine a spotlight on these games. These are games that you may have been overlooked or just simply didn't have time to play when they were first released. Today's game, like I said, is Driver San Francisco. Now, this game was purchased from Gamefly, their used game section, for $14.99. And I suggest you pause the video right now, head over there, and purchase it as well. This game is a rework of the Driver franchise. Now, I have not played any of the previous Driver games, so this was my first look at the franchise. Now, the storyline of this game is absolutely absurd, and I don't even want to take the time to try and explain what is going on. With that said, even though that the storyline makes no sense and is completely crazy, this game overcomes that by giving us great graphics, amazing controls, and fantastic gameplay. Throughout the game, we get your standard quests and challenges that are in most driving games. These include tail the person that's driving through the city, protect the vehicle, get away from the cops or the enemies, many different types of races, takedown events, and simply just driving around in a free roam format and doing different stunts. Now, the game also has a very sandbox feel to it, but you are given an ability where you can pop out of a car and pop back into a car at any time. You also use this ability to navigate the map, which is a very expansive map throughout the entire city of San Francisco.
Today, you did that. Be proud of that.
Let's now go forward and take a look at exactly that ability that I was just talking about. As you can see here, you can just be simply driving down the road, crack the A button, pops you out of the car, crack the A button again, and bam, we're right back into another vehicle. This is an extremely seamless transition, and it is done fantastic throughout the game. Here's just a few more examples of how smooth and really awesome that this ability is, and I really look forward to this being used in many more games in the future.
Eyes on the road, please, or I'll have you fired.
Yo, be nice, or I'll show you my dark side, buddy. Why are you looking at me?
Now, the game starts out with stunts that are really quite easy. Here's one where we drive around, and all you simply have to do is make a 30-meter jump. And this is easily done just by driving up to this truck right here, which I failed to do on the first attempt, hit the turbo boost, and jump over it. As the game continues forward, the stunts get progressively harder.
Now go get me something with some action. Darius, we can't leave the cops with this meat.
Here's just another quick example of an easier stunt that's done toward the beginning of the game. This one here, as we can see, the stunt we need to perform is a 50-meter drift. This is simply done by driving down the road, hitting the handbrake, and spinning to the side in a drifting format. As we all know, if you played any racing game before, we all know what a drift is. Now, as each of these are completed, we get, as you can see in the top right corner there, WPs, which is your form of currency. What we do with these is there's 140 different vehicles in the game, and you buy garages throughout the city, which you can then hop into and purchase many different cars. Just to scroll through here and show you a few examples, I've purchased a couple cars here. Each of the different cars has a different feel, drives completely differently, and they really do a good job with this. Now this game clocked in at roughly 15 hours of gameplay. Fantastic value for the $14.99 that was spent on the game. Now, for you achievement hunters out there, I did just did the single player playthrough, and I ended up with 640 gamer points out of the possible 1,000. That's just a quick overview of Driver San Francisco. I hope you all got a good glimpse of it. I highly recommend you go purchase this game. Like I said, you can find it right now on GameFly. Use games section for $14.99. I've bought roughly 10 games from GameFly, had fantastic success with them. Never had a problem with any of the games. I leave you now with what was probably my favorite racing section of the game. This gives you a really good feel of how the racing is. This is one of the fastest cars in the game. This is a really long race, I know. You don't have to watch it, of course. I hope you enjoyed the video that I've put together. I look forward to doing many more of these. Leave some comments below, maybe some suggestions, and be sure and subscribe because I will be putting out a few more videos. And thanks for watching.